Hey Aquarius, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica. Happy 2017. Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you found me. So you're the fire rooster. That's why I'm wearing the Sriracha t-shirt, trying to be festive. Borrowed it. Stole it from the fiance for this series. Thanks, babe. So Aquarius. I'm trying to get sick. Sorry, I'll do my best to not cough during the video as much as possible. We're starting out the year of 2017 under the influence of a Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. If you want more information about that, check out your January video that's already been uploaded on the channel. I'm going to talk about what's going on for February onwards. So, Aquarius, why don't you sit a spell so we can talk about your stars? February 9th or 10th, depending on where you live on the planet, we will be experiencing a 22 degree of Leo lunar eclipse. This is occurring in your 7th house. Lunar eclipses are known for closures, endings of cycles or situations, or changes in a situation. It can also deal with feminine energy. The 7th house is ruled by Libra, and it deals with your partnerships and relationships and how you identify who you are as a human being through those interactions with others. It also covers counseling and open enemies. Open enemies are people you have an open beef with or someone you would testify against in an open court of law. On the 25th or 26th of February, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to have an 8 degree Pisces solar eclipse in the 2nd house. Now, a solar eclipse is birth, growth, creation, spark energy, also associated with masculine energy by some people. This is occurring in your 2nd house. The 2nd house is the house that is ruled by Taurus. And that is the house of your self-esteem, your money, your possessions, and your earning ability. I like to think of the 2nd house as anything you could point to, identify, classify, quantify, introduce as mine would qualify. It's what you want close to you. It's what you want to know about on a very... You want to know what's going on with it. You want to know about your money. You want to know about your possessions. You want to know about your relationships. My spouse, my husband, my wife, my boyfriend, my you get what I'm saying. Now, right after this solar eclipse, we're going to be dealing with Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, also money and resources, going retrograde from Aries into Pisces. This is occurring March 5th through April 14th. This will be occurring in your 3rd and 2nd houses. The 3rd house is dealing with the house that's ruled by the sign of Gemini. It's communication, short distance trips, siblings, cousins, neighbors, or the neighborhood, people that are on the same level as you. Communication can be how you speak, how people interpret what you're saying, how you interpret others. It's your communication devices. It is your actual commute from point A to point B, the path and the route or road that you take, but also the vehicle that gets you there, and how you speak. The 2nd house is that money, resources, earning ability, self-esteem situation as well. So Venus going back and forth into there. It might be that you are possibly needing to invest in either repairs in your vehicle or looking at getting a new vehicle. I would say just research if you could, because you are going to be dealing with Mercury in retrograde from April the 8th until May the 2nd, and that's going to be from Taurus to Aries, and that's in between your 4th and 3rd houses. So if you can hold off on the vehicle purchase, that would probably be the best. I would wait until the end of May at the earliest if you could. If not, you may just be putting more money into something and not really appreciate it or like it, or there may be things that you don't realize about it. Because Mercury is the planet of thought, movement, and communication. It's starting out in your 4th house. The 4th house is ruled by Cancer. It's the house that governs home and family, or your roots and foundations. Home is where you live or where you consider home to be, and family is who you share that home with. That can be your parents, your spouse, your partner, children, fur babies, roommates, housemates, house guests, or your roots or foundations. That can be internal or external. Going into the 3rd house, That's the communication. That's short distance trips. That's siblings, cousins, neighbors, and neighborhoods. You may be looking at a new neighborhood. It may not be a vehicle. It may be looking at a new neighborhood. And it may be because of the commute. Just different examples. It's going to play out differently for everyone. So, in August, we're going to experience our second pair of eclipses. August 6th or 7th, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to experience a 15-degree Aquarius lunar eclipse. This is your first house. Lunar eclipses, closures, endings, situational changes. The first house is the physical embodiment of who you are, and it's how the world sees you. It is the house of your personality, your physical body, and your appearance. Could be a change in one of those areas. Maybe emotionally responsive. Now, August 11th through September 4th, we will be experiencing our third Mercury retrograde of 2017. This will be going from Virgo into Leo. This will be playing out between your 8th and your 7th house. The 8th house is the house that's ruled by Scorpio. It's the house of other people's money, and that's money coming to you not by a wage that you've earned. It's scholarships, inheritance, settlement payments, tax returns, your spouse's earnings, that type of stuff. It also covers regeneration, transformation, and metamorphosis. It covers sexuality, primal, basic, or human instincts. It also governs the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, or birth. Now, the 7th house is the house of Libra, and that's where that lunar eclipse occurred back in February. That's the house of your partnerships and how you identify with others. It's also counseling open enemies. You could be getting information about partnerships. And it could be intimate partnerships. Or it could be dealing with the possible loss of a friend in some way. Or miscommunication in that area. Could be transformation of your friendships as well. Just different examples, like I said. Now, on the 20th or the 21st of August, this is during that Mercury retrograde, mind you, we're going to be having our final eclipse of the year. It's going to be at 28 degrees of Leo. This is a solar eclipse, so it's that new birth energy, that new growth energy. Eclipses have about a 6-month window. This is occurring in that 7th house. Once again, your partnerships, your friendships, those groups are going to be very important to you. If that's not the case, I would suggest counseling for this year would be very, very, very impactful for you. You would see things in a much different light, even if it's not professional counseling, even if it's just talking it out with your partner or whatever, or dealing with your open enemies. You may be dealing with open enemies a lot. It just really depends. Now, in October, we're going to be dealing with Jupiter, the planet of increase, expansion, and excess, also achievement, moving into Scorpio. This is your 10th house. That's the house that's ruled by Capricorn, and it's the house of your career, your status, your reputation. It's the house of your destiny, and it deals with authorities. It can be authorities in your world, authority figures. It can be authorities in their field, like an expert. And your status or reputation is something that could be changed on Facebook, either your title from Mrs. to Miss, or single to married to divorced, or it's complicated, anything in between. It's a fluid spectrum. But wherever Jupiter goes, it increases, it expands. So if it's good stuff, then it's probably going to be more good stuff. And if it's not so good stuff, then it's probably going to be not so good stuff. Just do the best that you can with what's at your feet, at your hands. In December, we've got our final Mercury retrograde of 2017, and it will be occurring in the sign of Sagittarius. It is the only Mercury retrograde in 2017 that is staying in one sign. All of the other ones have kind of tiptoed back and forth in between signs. This is occurring in your 11th house, and Aquarius, you rule the 11th house. The 11th house is the house that governs the internet, so this can cover your internet friends or your real life friends, the internet groups, memberships, or associations that you belong to, or real life. Also, future wishes, goals, and dreams, like your bucket list as well. Mercury going retrograde in that area, you could be reassessing these things. You could be reassessing the messages online. It could be something like that. There is going to be Mercury or Venus in retrograde in that third house back earlier through the year. It could be that Mercury going retrograde in December is bringing out some of that communication and how you see it in a different light. Just a way to interpret how those retrogrades move you along throughout the year, even though it doesn't feel like it. And finally, we have December 19th or 20th, depending on where you live on the planet, we have Saturn, the taskmaster, representative of containment, structure, and limitation, moving into Capricorn. This is your 12th house. And this is interesting because I've experienced Saturn in the 12th house, but I didn't study astrology during that period, so I can't really give you a personal perspective on how it feels to have Saturn going through this portion of the chart. But the one thing I can say is that whatever Saturn touches, it attempts to dissolve whatever is not structurally sound, whatever is not solid. So if, and this is just an example, it's not 12th house example, it's just an example. It's like if you have a situation where you're in a relationship or a marriage, a partnership, whatever, and you take the perfect pictures and you've got the perfect Facebook profile and you've got the happy family and everything looks perfect and you're the person that people are envying, but everything behind closed doors is a mess. That sort of situation will be exposed after Saturn gets finished with that kind of a transit. So whatever is not solid will be disintegrated so you can rebuild it stronger. Now the 12th house deals with your self-undoing. It deals with limitations. It deals with repression. It deals with karma. So it may be a very karmic time. You may be sowing the seeds that you've planted years ago. Or it may feel like you are having periods of deja vu. Like I've been here before, or I've seen this before, or I knew this was coming, that sort of thing. Just the best thing to do is to do the very best that you can. And try to have structure in the area of your the secret side of life, the stuff that the side of your life that no one else sees, the private inner you, the shadow you. Maintain your structures and your boundaries. There is the best guidance I can give you for the 12th house with Saturn transiting through there. Like I said, I can relate first house energy hardcore, but 12th house, I don't have those date transits to where I can relate and go through my Rolodex of what's happened in my world to give you examples. I'm just trying to relate what Saturn means and what the 12th house means and how those two energies could play together. So Aquarius, that's what's going on for you in 2017. What I'm going to do now is transition over to the Oracle card portion of this, where I'm going to pull 4 Oracle cards from the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. It's been very expressive during this series of readings, which has been wonderful. It's also been quite synchronistic that the majority of the videos that I've shot, I've had at least one card fly out of the deck. I think there's only been 2 videos that I've not had a card try to fly out. That one didn't fly out, but it spun around. It did like a 360 without falling out. And I had another video where I was shuffling and I had a card do like a popcorn motion where it jumped out of the deck but landed right back where it was, and I stopped to pull it as well. Pay attention to those kind of things. I think they're important. I think they're signals of pay attention. So, my dear Aquarians, let's see what's going on for you. The first card that you received is the Bismuth card. This card has fallen before. I want to say 3, maybe 4 times. I love it because it has like a rainbow ore kind of coloring to it. Bismuth deals with structure. Isn't that funny? Structure, organization, and community building. It helps heal and amplify the vibration of the third eye chakra. It reads, Bismuth creates an organizing framework for your life, bringing ideas into form and helping you feel clear, connected, and aligned. You have pulled this card because you need to slow down, focus, and combine your intellect with others in order to accomplish what you want. Meditate with bismuth to attract like-minded individuals for professional, magical, and spiritual work. You're going to have Jupiter moving into that 10th house, and that's the house of your career as well. It'll be towards the end of the year, but it's always a good thing to work towards it. Second card that you received is Black Kyanite. It's for protection, healing, and clearing. It can help heal and amplify the root chakra vibrations. Black Kyanite is the only stone that clears energies but does not need to be cleared. It offers protection, healing, and transmutation of low vibrations. You've pulled this card because you need to protect yourself or clear stuck energies around you. Meditate with Black Kyanite to surround yourself with pure white light, to call in your guides for protection, and to stay true to the path of your soul's deepest calling. I'm sorry, that was a mouthful. The third card that was pulled for you is the Stilbite card, Stilbite. This is for clarity, peace, and dreaming. That 12th house, Saturn I was talking about. Can help heal and amplify the vibrations of the heart and crown chakras. Stilbite is a stone of love, bliss, joy, and calming frequencies. It opens you to receive the universe's infinite love and also helps you to accurately interpret your dreams. You've pulled this card because you need deep self-love and to pay more attention to the messages you receive in your dream state. Meditate with Stilbite to feel blissful, balanced, and insightful. I would also recommend a dream journal while Saturn is moving through that 12th house, or just a journal, period. The fourth card that was pulled for you is the Pink Agate card. Pink Agate deals with transformation, peaceful change, and soul path. It can help heal and amplify the heart chakra energies. And you've had a lot of heart chakra cards. Two heart chakra cards. That speaks to the Leo eclipses. Leo rules the heart. Pink Agate summons your muse and helps you bring in your unique gifts forward in the world in order to be of service to those around you. You've pulled this card because you are going through a major life change or have strayed from your soul's path. Meditate with Pink Agate to feel a sense of refuge and to get back on track and to act in service to the collective. Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. I hope that 2017 treats you very well. I hope that it brings you prosperity, good luck, and all things abundant. Take care of yourself. You'll see me around for the mid-month readings near the full moon, but I've got to finish this series first, which means I've got to stop rambling and let you go. So, I'll see you next time. But until then, Aquarius, please take care of yourself. Namaste, and bye, y'all.